In this video, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and I will give you guys a lot of analysis on what I think is going to happen to the Bitcoin price in the next coming of days and weeks, because we do have some really big things. So let's just immediately start with this. This is the US debt ceiling, which is going to be hit beginning of June. And if we do decide to hit the debt ceiling and they're not going to raise the debt ceiling again, then this could bring the US instantly into a recession, and this could plunge Bitcoin down to new lows in a matter of days. Because if they do decide to not raise the debt ceiling, then that will be really bad for the markets. Like S&P will tank, Bitcoin will tank, everything will tank, which is really bad. However, I do actually not think that the debt ceiling is going to be hit, and I think that they're going to raise the debt ceiling again. But more on that in my next video, because it's a pretty complex thing, but you just need to understand it. Now let's just immediately get to the Bitcoin charts right here. We can see a lot of lines here actually. So what I first wanted to show you guys is there are those purple upward and downward sloping lines. And what do these lines mean? Well, this means that we're currently in a downtrend. However, we're also in an uptrend, which means that we're creating a pattern. And this pattern can actually be seen right here. And we can see that we already confirmed a breakdown of this pattern, and that I actually opened a small position right here. And I also posted this on my Telegram channel. You can join it for free in the link in my bio. However, I posted this trade right here, and this could be a really good trade because we can clearly see that on the 4-hour chart we've been creating this massive pattern over the last basically 15 days. And we finally broke out. We've been trying to get back in, but it didn't work, and now we're just retesting. But it seems like that we're getting rejected, so a dump back down to around the $25,000 area would make a lot of sense in my opinion, and that's also why this is a pretty good trade setup in my opinion. Furthermore, we can also see that here on the 1-day chart we're currently breaking out, and if this candle closes like this, and it will close in 3 hours, then this will be a confirmed breakout, and this could be a good shorting opportunity. We also can see that here on the 1-day chart on a different perspective, we can see that we're also trading in this pattern right here, which is also pretty bearish, which could send us something like this all the way back down to the $25,000 area. Of course, we're going to hit the $25,000 area if we do decide to break down, because $25,000 is a massive area of support basically, and I think that we're going to see a massive bounce if we do decide to hit this, and if the debt ceiling and all those kind of things are not in play anymore. Also, furthermore, for the S&P and the dollar, we can see that the S&P broke perfectly out of our diamond pattern I was talking about on my Telegram channel, and we can now see that it's pumping. However, it's hitting this last bit of resistance, and it's actually rejecting from this. So the question is going to be, are we going to see a small dump back down, maybe to around this area, just testing the middle of this diamond pattern and then going back up, which could also lead, the small dump could lead Bitcoin down to $25,000 and then resume its uptrend. Because I'm not saying that the bull run has been cancelled right here, because $25,000, remember, a month ago basically, we were basically celebrating that $25,000 has been hit, and now people are seeing it as something really bearish, which is not at all. It's just a really bullish retest, and this will continue the trend up. If I can show you guys this, then we have something like this, and we're doing the same thing, and then something like this will make a lot of sense in my opinion, and then hit the $35,000 area. Something like this is still in play in my opinion, and this is probably going to play out if everything looks like this, because we can also just clearly see that here on the VP, we can clearly see that a lot of volume is around this area right here, and there's no volume at all here between the $27,000 and $25,000, which means that we could immediately break to the downside if we decide to lose this crucial support level. So yeah, it will be more likely in my opinion for a dump to the downside or a dump to the upside. In my opinion, a dump to the downside would make a lot more sense, and that's also why I actually took this trade, because this is a pretty good trade in my opinion. Decent risk management, a pretty good win-loss ratio. I can show you guys this right here. Risk-reward ratio 4.59, which is pretty decent, especially because we're trading this really big time frame. So yeah, something like this will definitely make sense if you want to take a trade and you want to have some confidence in a trade, because this trade is pretty good. It's a long time frame. It could take a week or so to actually play out. But this is a massive dump right here. About 7%, more than 7% actually, which could make you a lot of money if you use leverage correctly, of course. So yeah, this is what I'm currently trading. Just want to give you guys a small update here on this Monday evening, because I do think that we're going to see some massive volatility in the next couple of days, and I think this week is going to be really interesting. So yeah, that being said, if you want to trade with me, take trades just like this one, then you might want to actually sign up for Bybit using the first link in the description, because you will get up to $30,000 in deposit bonuses if you use my link. Secondly, make sure to join my Telegram channel, subscribe to this channel, like this video, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, that being said, I will see you on my Telegram channel or in my next YouTube video.